Well, hi there, everybody. Hell Cricks here. Just doing a little update for the channel. Just letting you know that we have a Musty Wargamers show tomorrow night, Thursday night, 9 Central Standard Time, 9 Chicago time, or 10 Eastern. It's like we're getting together about once a month now during the summertime just to get together and let keep the show going. Just not as many nights, but we're doing at least one a month. So this Thursday we're going to have the four of us will be together. So Palmer, I, Dan, and Tim. So stop by. We have a couple topics that we'll be discussing. Hopefully they're pretty good. So stop in, and if you got anything you want to discuss, put it down in the chat room while we're there, and we can talk about it also. All right, so there you go. So stop by the show. All right, here you go. You can see some old with the 4th edition plastics from the Warhammer box set. I've been working on these guys for a little while. You can see that these are some goblins. I've been slowly putting paint on them, getting them done. It seems like it's taking forever to get these guys to work on, but they're getting there slowly but surely. Right now I still got to figure out what I want to do with the shields. I have an idea. First, like this one here has got a sun on it, so I probably will just do a yellow wash on it for that. But the background of the shield, if I want to do black or something of that nature. So just trying to figure it out. So there's 40 of these guys from the old box set. I didn't do much with them back then because Orcs and Goblins wasn't my primary army. It was always the undead, and demons were the ones chaos were my big numbers I always played with back in the day. So it was mostly just the undead armies, and then it was the Tomb Kings, and then Vampire Scouts were my go-to armies. Then I did have some Empire, but now I'm getting around to my son. He was interested in playing Orcs and Goblins, so I've been cranking out to get these things done. So there's 40 of them here. So I got those, and these guys also came out of the box set along with a few extras. I do have some metal ones in here that from blisters from way back in the day. I got these guys done. You can see the basic goblin archers. Yeah, they're supposed to be kind of like night goblins, but I went with a red scheme. And this is the scheme I got, is wearing reddish tunics with leather and everything else. So that's the route I went with those. Didn't put too much effort into them because the plastic models are kind of weak when it comes to a lot of the details. It was like GW back in the day where they were a miniature company, but it was metal miniatures. The plastic were not where they are today comparatively. It's like now they design everything on computers and stuff, so it's like everything else was pretty much handcrafted back then. So there's what, 22 I think here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. All right, 20. So 20 models there, and then back here I do have some metal models with those. The guy here with the dragon, that's a Grenadier model that I've added to the mix, and then the rest, they're like the old GW stuff from way back, or maybe Heartbreaker. I can't remember exactly. It's been so long since I had those things. So so there's 6 of them, so I think it was like 2 blisters of models. They could be Heartbreakers, but you're talking 30 something years, maybe. Yeah, about 30 years ago I think the 4th edition box set came out, so that's about when I think I got them. So I just wanted to add some command and stuff to my models because they didn't have the command, they just had the plastics like this. So just work with what you got. And then back here is I don't know, did I show those off? I think they were in one of the shows that we had. I have the old yeah, I did show them in the last show. We had the old Battle Masters Games Workshop models. And they don't have a command with them either, so I 3D printed some command. I got 2 sets of command for the Orcs. Then I'm going to paint these guys up and add to the mix. So it's like here's your banner. They're nice. They got that old school, you know, they look like they'd fit right in with those old models, the old GW ones that they produced back then. So I think they will fit in nicely. And then here's the sword and board style guys. I put a little bit of silver on them to just so you can see the details. Otherwise, it's, you know, just, when you look at a black model, it's like it kind of blends together. But at least with the silver adds a little bit of depth to them, so you can see that. That's why I did those. And then we have a musician. You know, he's got a set of drums. You know, he's got a mace and, you know, bone to hammer away. It's like, yeah, you'd think that hammering away with a mace on those drums in the drums day. And then we got a these are spears. All right, here we got a command, like a warrior leader. That's going to be champion for the unit. So I printed off 2 because there's 30 of them, and I can split the group into 2 sets of 20 if I want to. And I have some more plastics that need, orc units that need to be put together. It's still plastic, so stuff to be added to it. So there. Okay, so those are those, and we're going to swap over to the other table, and I'll show you the others. Alright, here we go. We're on the other table now. You can see here is an assortment of models on this table. Here's we're talking about the old Orcs, and you know, these are old Battlemaster Orcs from way back in the day. As you can see, these were produced by Games Workshop. Games Workshop produced these. And so they are GW models. So they work fine for the game. So I painted these guys up. They look pretty good. You know, it's like there is some warping on these guys. You can see his face is kind of slagged, but you can see there's 30 of them over here that you can easily I can break them up into units of 20. So if I can have a big block of 35 or go with a or more, I can probably go to push this up a little bit more. If I printed off some more troopers, orc warriors, then I can have a unit of 40 if I want that route. So there. And then we have some Mauler Squigs. I don't know if I showed these on the channel before. Got some Mauler Squigs here. They're supposed to be one model, but I just went and got them set up in 2 stands. So we got 2 Mauler Squigs, which, you know, Palmer and I were talking today about them, and it's like, yeah, these guys would be pretty useful for smashing into a unit and just mangle it, literally. So those are 2 3D printed ones that I have. I didn't feel like spending a bunch of money trying to get the Forge World ones. Some of the times I looked to find one, it's like you're talking, everything's super inflated for prices nowadays. You're talking $150, $200 for a Mauler Squig. You're like, no, I'm not spending that kind of money. And then I have over here, I got some 3D printed squigs, just for harassment type of unit. Send them out there to smash into somebody. I need to make a movement tray or something for them to put them on the table. And they're pretty nice just for 3D models, 3D printed stuff. So they get the job done. That's the whole purpose of them, is just to fill in the gaps. And they were free, STLs that I just downloaded, and it cost me maybe 50 cents of resin to print those things, so it's not like it's highly expensive. And then we have some squig hoppers, goblin squig hoppers. You know, they got the night goblins on the top. So those are kind of cool little models to melee units. I have 2 units of them. These guys have lances, and these guys just have melee weapons. But you can easily just throw them together into one big unit to go for, so they can go 5 wide, and I think it is 5 or 6 wide. There's 6 now, so easily go, you know, send 20 of them, a big massive mob, just to go trampling things. So they're pretty nice details on these. You can see, I liked them. They were easy to paint. So nice little things to send out on the table. And then over here we go. This is the troll hag. We got the old troll hag here. And I got 2 of these. I got to just show the difference between them. One has kind of a brownish hair, and this one has purple hair. This is the Prince version with purple haze, or purple rain, playing in the rain. There you go. So a couple troll hags. They got some nice details in them. Basically, they were easy to paint. I just painted them one color, and then put a wash over them, and then I just did a wet brushing technique over top of them, and you can see there's a gradient of different colors, and I just went over with painted in the cracks and the crevices and with more washes to give some depth to everything. So it works out pretty good. So I got 2 troll hags there. And over here you can see the trolls. 2 unit big. I got 6 units of trolls. So 6 times 9, or 6 times 6. There we go. 6 times 6. So there's 2 units of, or 3 units of 6, or it can have. There's supposed to be 18 or 9 in a unit. I do believe, yeah. So there can be 2 units of 9 or 3 units of 6. Or of the these are the stone trolls. These are all 3D printed from multiple sources. They're nice. So we got the blue, gray. Did a little bit of difference. Each one's kind of unique. This one's got more of a gray color to it. The other ones are darker. Some are turquoise. So I just kept going with different color schemes to just show that they're all slightly different. Same base, but the overall color was slightly different. So we got a bunch of stone trolls here, and back here are the river trolls. So these are kind of a green, turquoise green in some places. So they got some nice details to them. I still want to print off a few more of these guys. And I want sorted the fish right there. You can see there's how the gradient of colors with the fish scales I went with. That was all iridescent style washes. Bring them out. So it's kind of like a salmon. I was going with different kinds of salmon. It was like as my basis for the color. You can see how the gradient of color works with these fish. And some have their heads bit off. You know, they've been chowing down as they go into battle. You gotta have some food in you to regenerate, right? Or something in your gut to when you puke. As they move forward and get into combat and beat you down with their beat sticks, and then they puke on you. They gotta have something in their stomach, right? And let's see what else we got here. I think there was only 3 different versions of that one. Yeah. So I showed you all of those. So that is all those. So there is a nice little assortment in the box over here. I got a bunch of more goblins and different kinds of orcs and stuff in that box. So there's a fairly large amount of orcs and goblins now. So now, if you want to join us on Thursday night for the Musty Wargamers, just stop in and come in and join the discussion. And if you got something you want to talk about, bring it with you, and we'll see what you can do. Now, if you want something that you want us to discuss in the future, tell us during the show, and we'll try to remember to write it down, and we'll add it to the next big discussion. So just let us know. All right. This is Hellcrex. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Hellcrex out.